The Vietnam War was a conflict between North and South Vietnam similar to the one previously encountered in Korea. The US used the domino theory to explain why they were getting involved. The domino theory is the theory for the spread of communism. When one country goes communist, all countries around it do the same. The Vietnam War was the first televised war which gave the US citizens a better idea of what was going on and how violent it was. Lyndon B. Johnson was the first president who sent troops to Vietnam. He held a draft lottery and sent over 500,000 troops. People of all ages protested, saying this war would be a waste and that America should stop involving itself in everyone's business. Many young men burned their draft cards to both protest and resist the draft. Big groups of people such as universities protested the war, most with very little success. Many protesters were even attacked by law enforcement. But the government didn't back down and increased their forces in Vietnam as the violence got worse and more soldiers lost their lives. The protesters raged on, arguing it was a rich man's war but a poor man's fight. This meant the rich had very little to lose, but the poor would likely pay the price with their lives. Nixon was elected with the promise of bringing the troops home, and although at first this was true, he soon turned on his promise. Nixon lost support very quickly, and after the Watergate scandal lacked any support whatsoever. After this, he resigned from office. The Vietnam War rebellion resulted in a counterculture revolution, which gave America the hippie era. Hippies could be of any age and often claimed to be very spiritual, as well as believed in love and peace for everyone. Much of this was influenced by music of the time period. Finally, at the Conference of Paris, the war was pushed to a halt and the troops would be sent home. This was big news for everyone because although Vietnam was never declared a war, it was the longest military operation in US history. However, the end of the war did not bring about the end of the hippies. The hippie era continued through the end of the 70s and influenced much of American culture from then on. The impact of the Vietnam War is still felt today. The Vietnam Memorial in Washington stands with the names of all soldiers who fought in the war and reminds everyone of this event.